The Five Hegemons refers to several especially powerful rulers of Chinese states of the spring and autumn period of Chinese history, sometimes alternatively referred to as the Age of Hegemons. There are various lists of five hegemon rulers of those certain states which rose to power over the other states of this time period, states which were also formed during the period of dissolution of the once real and strong central state, namely, the empire of the Zhou dynasty. The hegemons mobilized the remnants of the Zhou Empire, according to shared mutual political and martial interests. An especially prominent hegemon was Duke Yuan of Qi. Pronunciation and meaning. In ancient Chinese, hegemon has similar meaning and pronunciation as, which means the eldest son in a family, or senator. Both and can be translated as the five hegemons. Literally means five, but in the context of ancient Chinese also has a more generally qualitative and less precisely quantitative use, implying completeness. Use of the term. During the spring and autumn era itself, the hegemony tended to apply to states. It was therefore possible to speak of the state of Jin and the state of Chu struggling for hegemony over the Zhou states. In historical accounts it instead became associated with individual rulers, namely the ones who first brought their respective states to a dominant position. During the spring and autumn period, the reigns of each hegemon tended to correspond with the zenith of their state's power, the Hegemons System. The concept of hegemony arose out of the weakness of the Eastern Zhou dynasty. Whilst its predecessor, the Western Zhou dynasty, was also feudal in nature, the center was strong enough to command the obedience of most of its vassals, as well as to maintain a central army. The death of King Yu of Zhou and the sack of the Zhou capital in 771 BC rendered the position of the central court untenable and eventually dependent on the protection of neighboring states. The concept of the hegemon was important to the interstate relations during the spring and autumn period, since the hegemon was nominally charged with underwriting the stability of the whole system, often heading a league of smaller states whose security was to some extent guaranteed by the state, in exchange for tribute. The five hegemons. These are the two most commonly used lists of hegemons. Duke Yuan of Qi, Duke Wen of Jin, King Zhuang of Chu, Duke Mu of Qin, Duke Xiang of Song. Alternatively, Duke Yuan of Qi, Duke Wen of Jin, King Zhuang of Chu, King Helu of Wu, King Guzhan of Yu. The first three hegemons are widely referred to in contemporary texts and therefore rarely disputed.